Hello everyone, today we are going to solve the Jarvis machine on Hackerbox. This is an incredible fun box that perfectly illustrates why understanding backend database mechanics is so crucial for penetration testing. We are going to go from a blind SQL injection all the way to a full root shell. So we will perform the for scanning at this stage. So and then 22 default script version detection, and alright, so our scan is finished and we have a few interesting results. We can see port 22 is open for SSH, which is standard, but more importantly, port 80 is open running on Apache web server. Now pay close attention to the output from our default script under port 80. So it's telling that it is also Apache HTTP, and maybe it looks using the PHP. So we can navigate to this website at this stage. P10. It looks like there is super secure hotel.htb. Maybe we can also add this on etc host file. Like this. So etc host file acts as our local manual DNS resolver. So if cat etc host, sorry, so cat etc host, so if someone asks for this super secure hotel.htb domain, so it doesn't ask the internet but route this to this specific IP address that we specified. So maybe even if we use this, we can also, it should be super. We can also navigate this website at this stage. So now we can move on to subdomain enumeration. So I think we can make this a larger. And host super secure hotel.htb, share seglist, and discovery DNS subdomains top 1,005,000.txt. Like all size looks to be 23628. Maybe we can filter this to find meaningful results. So it finishes without finding anything. This is actually a good result. It definitely proves that there are no hidden subdomains on this server, allowing us to confidently move on to our next phase, directory fuzzing on the main website itself. So at this stage we can move to GoBuster command to find some meaningful endpoints as well. diru super secure hotel.htb user share word list discovery web content command.txt, and we know that it is like PHP based, so I think we can we can use this flag as well. PHP HTML txt pk md 50 threads. We can find that there are CSS, fonts, footer, and images, and PHP which looks to be this website is based on PHP and room PHP and so on. So at this stage we can run this command with, I think before this I can I think I haven't applied the tmux configuration. So next we can enumerate with more broader word list, something like wrapped medium directories.txt. So before, while we enumerate this, we can look into this website further, so we can check the source code. Separated large ocean. We can enumerate the website there. Rooms, dining. I think even if go to home, go to sign in, it redirects to the index page. Room suits. Look like this. If you book now. I think there looks to be interesting parameter potentially we can use. Like it is COD1 and it is COD2 and it is COD3 and it is COD4 and it is COD5, it is COD6, it is COD7. Then we can guess that we can only find 6 data. So if you draw like this, let's say it is only for the row call like this. I think it is not feasible somehow. Local. So then there are 6 data is returned. So 1, 2, 3 4 5 6. So and in the column there should be something like there should be column like this, column, and the data is 6 datas, 6 rooms, which is like data. It can be data, but like more precisely rows. So perfect. So maybe we can check the result. It says like there is room PHP, but nothing so much interesting. So we can move further regarding COD parameters. So from my understanding, like we can potentially use the SQL injection, SQL I believe order by 1. So this command at the end to cleanly slice off any leftover code the developer might have written. I hit enter. Order by 1 is working, order by 2, order by 3, four, order by 5, order by 6, order by 7, order by 8. Maybe we can also intercept this, and regarding this, intercept and go to the repeater. Again, order by 8. It says okay, but COD, I believe the difference could be like when you check this line compared like just, I would say just 5. Star quota. Yes, when you like scroll up, and check this line, we can find that it is not able to return the JPG file as like room picture as expected. So we can find that 8, if you order by 8 doesn't return anything, so column should be 7. Then it will be like so this is the table's schema as expected. So and this should be the related like lines like after the COD value varies. So maybe we can just like COD 5 and so we know the backend query is asking for exactly 7 columns, so we can perform union injection there. In SQL, the union command is basically a glue tool. It takes the results of 2 completely different queries and stacks them on top of each other into one unified grid. So basically, maybe at this stage we can use like example regarding union select. So we will just run the SQL online compiler. I think we can use this. Let's say we can run this command, then it will be like 2 columns with name and role, and Alice, Bob, Charlie will be listed in the name column, and manager, security guard, and receptionist is listed in role column. So if you run this, it will be like this. So this is the union select, what union select does. And if you like 1 2 like this, it will be like also executed like 1 2. So at this stage we are going to inject the malicious code script using union select, but you like to ensure like whether it is working as expected. So when you look, I will enumerate this again, and you can check like which kind of values are like different. You know that this value, and also it does for your family room, and 270 per night dollar, and so on. And if you move on to this value change, this value also, I'm not sure exactly about this, but like room also, this also. So we're going to like inject malicious code like on the kind of data. So you select, we have 7 column like this. So I expect that this 1 2 3 4 5 can be like injected there. So I hope it can be union select. I believe forgot this. I believe union select. No. I believe we can URL code it. URL encoded. I think it redirects to like weirdly SUID 3, and at this stage like union 3, union select 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, and check this value, but this 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 are not injected as expected. So it looks returning the SUID equals to 3 value, not the 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 as expected. So we may need to, we know that the column A. So what you're going to do is there should be like select query in front of the, like, which is related to COD equals to 3, but we would like to how can I say, make this disappear and only understand our like select. So this happens because of how web developers write PHP. Most web pages are only designed to display one time at a time. So, and the PHP code usually says grab the first row of data the database gives me. It should be the select query related to COD equals to 3 and print it into the HTML. So to fix this, we need to force our injected numbers to become the first row. We do this by changing the COD number to something that doesn't exist. So the former select query will not be executed. If we do like this, then we can find that there is 2, 3, 6, 5. So it looks like the number has been injected as expected. So at this stage we are going to like inject the malicious code. So there should be, if you search like rev share, I will just say like this, then reverse share generator and PHP CMD. It is interestingly small. I want to run this. So we know that like the sixth column, it looks that it can contain the text string, like it can be bar chart type or something like this. So I will check this here and phpr. So you are encoded this value and 10 10 14 35, and maybe you can try like this and see 901 and send. It is not working as expected. So I think at this stage we need to like upload the web shell. We can upload the web shell and like execute this further. I think it is like 5, 6, 7, but Python, sorry, PHP web shell, PHP system, and 7, and the output file will be stored in so INTO OUTFILE is like in MariaDB and MySQL. If your database user has the right privileges, you can force the database to take the results of your query and save them directly into a file on the hard drive. We are telling it to save our row of data into a file called shell.php, but we cannot just save it anywhere. We have to save it in a place where we can access it from the internet. On Debian and Ubuntu systems running modern Apache, the default folder that serves website files to the public is almost always /var/www/html. So maybe we can validate what we are going to do. Sudo I think I can check. And sudo mysql root, and I'm going to create the folder where we can store. So I'm going to tell you what we are going to do on the this box. So copy and paste. If we run this command, the PHP file will be stored. I think I need to web target it should be stored like this. And we can check this again, and we can run Python server 8000, and if we cur and share.php and cmd id, the id value of this environment should be returned like this. So we are going to perform the kind of attack, and cmd. So at first we will upload this. and then potentially we can it is stored in bar www.html folder share.php. This is the cmd and id, then it should be returned the same. Union select and share.php. Error is not found. I think I missed something. This. Send this again. Three. I think I missed this. Okay, it returns now. Now at this stage I would like to run the listen like this, so we can execute the reverse shell there. So the reverse shell I'm going to run will be rm tmp and bin sh interactive shell for this should be encoded. So we are using a classic mkp named pipe payload. So in simple terms, this command creates a temporary invisible file called f in the temp directory. It then uses Netcat to connect back to our PWM box IP. Whatever the Jarvis server output gets shoved down the pipe to us, and whatever commands we type get pushed back up the pipe into the server's bin sh shell. So if you run this, we can get this. Who am I? Perfect. So we can find that we are officially on the box as www-data. So sudo -l. The system is telling us that our www-data account is allowed to run a specific Python script, this simpler file, Python file, as the user pepper. And we don't even need a password to do it. And so maybe we can check this. At this stage, it says like forbidden looks to be like blacklisted, and command input enter an IP. So it's ping. It says like there is os.system, which looks to be the interesting. So potentially we can use command substitution, which uses the $ and parentheses. So exit, we may potentially use like echo hello and $ who am I, something like this. If you run this, I think so it will be, my name will be listed, and so potentially like we can like use the command substitution as a like to get the shell of the pepper user. So maybe we can also like ping who am I. So this, we can find that the who am I command will be executed first if we use this. So before that, maybe I like to do I'd like to do shell elevation python 3 import pty and export. So we find that this flag will run the method that we want to use command substitution. So we can use sudo user as the pepper, enter an IP. We can use, hope this will run the shell as the SD pepper user cd who am I think we can use like bin bash. We get, it looks like we are in the pepper. Who am I? cd pwd cd pwd. It looks like we cannot get any output. So it feels like the shell is frozen or broken, but it's actually not. So your comments are executing perfectly now, our comments, but it just doesn't see the result. And this is the invisible shell trap, and it happens specifically because of how we got in. Remember, the Linux system is currently trying to execute this ping bin bash command. So the command substitution is actively capturing all the normal output, what Linux calls standard output, or stand, because it wants to hand that text back to the ping command. It is holding all of our ls and cat text, like all comments, in invisible memory. So we need to escape from the invisible shell at this stage. So what we are going to do is create another screen and nc airbnb and take this shell to the listener to make this stable. So bash -c. This simply tells the system to spawn a new bash process and execute the specific string of code wrapped in the single quote, and this will be bash interactive. This right arrow ampersand operator takes both our standard output and our error message and forcefully redirects them directly into the network socket. This will be TCP 10.10.14 and finally we have 0 right arrow ampersand 1. In Linux, bar descriptor 0 is standard input, the channel that listens for our keystrokes. Bar descriptor 1 is standard output. The tiny piece of code tells Linux take the input channel and connect it to wherever the output channel is currently pointing. Since we just pointed our output channel to the network socket, our input channel is now also listening to the network socket. We have successfully wired our keyboard and our screen directly through the network connection. So PWD, perfect. So we can get the user shell. I think it should be home pepper. Yes, we can get the shell here. So we can use the sudo -l it returns here, but it looks like it requires the password. So I'm going to end oh, I think we can run this again. So what we are going to do is we need to transfer the limpias file, limpias github, and I think we can transfer this file wget and transfer cur HP 10 10 14 and limpias. Oh, before this I want to transfer this to temp folder in case cur and run this command. This is not cur. So I like to transfer this file to here, super secure hotel.htb. I think reconnect anyway. I think we've just found something suspicious. So it says like this one we can run it says like SUID for this bin systemctl. Maybe you can potentially navigate to GTF or bins regarding this. So SUID, it is SUID, so we can Pepper user can run this as the root. I think we can check about the ls a bin systemctl further. Yes, it is SUID, and the Pepper group can run this as the root, so this must be something that we can also use. Systemctl shell. I think this command that we can use. So echo bin bash. It says like path to temp file, but I will just say like wait, temp and root. I'll just say temp root and chmod temp root and system editor temp root, and I can just copy and paste this. Cannot edit units if not on a TTY. Then we also need to elevate this shell as well at this stage. STTY, I think before this. In Python, and the file was like temp root weaponize cd root, and we can get the root shell now. So before we wrapping up, we would like to clarify this. So it is like create the like file where regarding the shell, and we this file make this file executable, and the systemctl edit command is a legitimate administrative tool used to edit service configuration files. Normally, when an admin runs this, systemctl opens the file using a default text editor. So, but how does it know which editor to use? It checks an environment variable, system editor. Because systemctl is running with root privileges, whatever editor it launches will also run as root. This like 2, where we store this shell executable file. So systemctl tries to edit the basic target service. It blindly looks at the environment variable, executes our script thinking it's a text editor, and instantly spawns a shell. So I hope this video is helpful for you, and see you soon in the next video.